Hi guys, it's your girl Lishajoya. Thank you for coming to this video. Whether you've come after the stream has ended or you've come in the middle of it. Hello, hi, good morning. I literally just woke up. I'm in my pajamas. so yeah, this is the real me waking up in the morning. Um as per the title, we're gonna talk about when I sprained my ankle. Um, about 3 weeks ago, I got after I got paid. I was so excited to do something very nice for my husband because my husband's a pretty awesome man. um, I got so excited. I went to Walmart to go get some like special things, like things that he likes, like little presents that us wives or ladies like getting our significant others or our spouses. Well, anyways, you guys know I live in the country, so I slipped on the I overstepped my step in my excitement with my husband following me to kind of help me get the groceries for the car. And I overstepped my step and I slipped on the bottom. There's like three steps and then there's the ground. I was intending on stepping on the second step. I overstepped it by a lot and I hit my ankle and then I twisted it on the ground. Kind of like you were to jump. And yeah. So I ended up twisting and spraining my ankle just a slight bit. I went to work like limping, but they told me I had to leave work within like an hour of being there and had to get a doctor's note. And I was in a one of those little braces you can wear with your shoes. I was in one of those for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. So I couldn't even do DoorDash or Uber Eats. I couldn't drive. I had to rely on my husband for the entire duration. So not only did I miss out on work for almost 3 days, I also lost out on DoorDash and Uber Eats money as well. So, with that being said, financially, I literally lost the $300 or $400 out of my paycheck just for my job alone, not including DoorDash and Uber Eats and all that fun stuff. So, that is what happened. So, right now, I had a little bit of extra cushion money saved because of DoorDash and Uber Eats that I do on the side. Um, I no longer have the other job, the other job I used to have, but I have my managing job still, plus DoorDash and Uber Eats. Plus, I have my Etsy store, of course, this YouTube channel, you know, and then probably gonna be selling on different platforms all over the net, just to sell some of my belongings because I'm starting to get a little too cluttered. You know what I'm saying? Battling a little bit of a cold right now. Um, it's the weather. It's definitely the weather. The weather's cold. It's been rainy. It's been like 20 degrees here and raining and but not snowing, but raining. So it's been like 32. The low is like 20, the high is like 32, 35, 36. Just barely enough where it won't snow. So thank goodness all my winter preparations have happened in advance because I've been preparing food. I've been preparing like emergency things, things in case we cannot cook, or we had our little burner that we have, so we can have little gas stoves we can cook in the house if we need to. In case if our electric goes out, I have spare water. I have a manual water pump for our gallon jugs. Um, yeah, water for flushing toilets, washing hands, etc. In case we need to. Um, Other than that, we're pretty all right. Hi, Bill Keel. How you doing? I said hi back, sir. Um, so that's where we're at here in the real world. Now we'll talk about Second Life. Second Life, you guys know that there is a breedable called Papillon breedables. Now, I love this breedable. However, unfortunately, the creator of Papillon breedables has not been doing anything new with the breedable, or not even been on really for almost a year. And you guys know I operate the Papillon library, which is always in my description of my videos. And I maintain that site by myself. And hello, Valerie. How you doing, Valerie? Hi back to everybody that said hi to me in the chat. I appreciate your hellos. Um, but she's barely even on in Second Life. And I run a website that costs me $49 a month by myself. I don't have anybody helping me do this. I do this website by myself, and I work a lot of hours. I work between 40 and goodness, 40, and it can range all the way up to 65 a week. It's because between, because I have to make that money. You know what I mean? I have to make things happen. And hello, Soko and Ace. How you doing? How you doing? Trying to say hello to everybody that's up in the chat. So, I've been slowing my roll on working on this website because I don't feel like the owner even is even enthusiastic about her own breedable. So I've been organizing my inventory. My inventory in Second Life was like almost 600,000. According to Linden Labs, I have over 1.5 million, but I can't see it. But what I can see, I'm trying to clean. And majority of it is Papillon breedables. I'm being honest. So I've been, killing, packaging, converting, killing, packaging, all that. And I just don't feel like the owner of Papillon breedables wants to do her own breedable anymore. I don't feel like she's even excited about her own breedable anymore. And it makes me feel like if she's not even going to be on, then why do I even have this site? Why am I paying $49 a month for a website? And I'm saying, why am I paying $49 for a website if the owner isn't even coming on? I can understand real life happens. Believe me, I was homeless for a year. I was barely on SL when I could barely make it on. I get it. You know what I mean? But at least let people know you're okay. Let people know that you care about your breedable. Let people know that you're all right. You know what I mean? Um, Even on the Discord side, she doesn't even message you back properly when you're telling her about things about what's going on with her breedable, like glitches or whatnot. And I love Miss Butterfly Bellflower, you know what I mean, with everything I've got, you know what I mean? And I love the breedable in general, but I just wish that she would communicate more. So it's starting me to kill like almost my entire Papillon garden almost. And hello Addison, how you doing? And so with that being said, I'm slowing my roll on the Papillon library site. But I want to finish it, but it's going to take me a long time since it's by myself. You know what I mean? The other site that you guys get in Second Life is a grandfathered site. It was previously worked on by another user or users and then passed down to another person, and then that person got sick and tired of you doing it, and then now we have a new person working on it that already has all the information already added on from the previous curators of the website. I'm working on my site by scratch by myself in the ways I'm putting information that I feel like the users would want to use. You know what I'm saying? Well, so I also feel like the breedable market in Second Life is dying. I do. Because, I mean, if you type in your search auction or auctions, plural, or marketplace or auction marketplace or something like that, you're not going to find as many. There used to be 15 pages at one point of auction houses and markets like that. Now it's like 2. So now it's really, really dumbed down. More like breedables feels like it's dying. So, and here I am. I own, well, not really. You don't really own land in Second Life. You're borrowing it or renting it, really. That's the reality. Um, I own 3 full sims. 2 of them are full prim sims and one's a homestead. The homestead is the auction house place. Because, I don't know. With the breedable market, I needed something quick that I could just pack up my stuff and go in case I need to. You know what I mean? I also know it's the holidays. I also know, but it's been like this since even the summer with the breedable market, with the summertime too, when it's normally busy. Um, but it's just getting more and more and more less. Like, people don't buy as much as they used to do. They don't breed as much as they used to do. They don't rent as many lands. I even noticed that even the lands inside Second Life, that there's more to pick from. Before they were a little bit harder to pick from inside Second Life, but I've noticed that now you got more to pick from. Anyways, with all those different things that are going on, like right now in life, I understand that the market in general, in the real world, you know what I mean, with the issues with the economy and stuff like that are taking place and stuff like that. But this was before the economy started really turning down. So I also noticed that Second Life's own economy, it takes you 1,000,000 years to get buy now orders. If you were to buy instant buy, you'd probably get it in like 1 minute, right? But you pay more for those lindens inside Second Life. But if you were to have like a 10-minute wait, I literally waited 4 hours for 10 minutes. And then I waited for a 2-hour buy it now. It took them days to fill the order for the lindens, and I almost lost all my lands because of Linden Labs themselves. It's been very aggravating to not even have breedables inside Second Life, or even have extra lands, or even put money into Second Life anymore, because how Linden Labs goes about dealing with their not giving you your buy it now order, that you putting your real life money in this place, but they're not giving you your lindens in a timely fashion. Even if you put your lindens like 2 or 3 days in advance, you're not getting them. It's ridiculous. You have to contact customer support. It's ridiculous. You have to be premium to get a response. You get to pay. And then when I paid for premium inside Second Life, when I first got premium 17 years ago, I've been premium for 17 years. It was $55 for the year. Now it's like 90 something dollars for the year. They've increased their prices. And in their terms, it's supposed to, if you are a premium member, they're supposed to keep their prices for you solid, straight through. So I was supposed to stay at the $55 a year and not be at 90 something dollars. Plus the price of lindens has gone down. You used to be able to get, before, with the buy it now, with the buy it now option, it was 270 lindens per dollar. Now it's 248 now. So the price of the lindens so people are not buying lindens as much. So the economy is also, so it's a whole lot of, I can't explain it. It's just a whole lot of whys. Why? No. But so I'm still working at my jobs in real life. But I'm doing DoorDash and Uber Eats because I make as much money as I do with my job. As I do with DoorDash and Uber Eats. And no offense, I'm having more fun. But I love the challenge of my job, though. That's the thing. I love the challenge of my job. I love serving people. I like, feeding people. I like being around food. I've always loved being around food. You should see me when I'm cooking in the kitchen. But when I'm expediting, I feel like I'm the Gordon Ramsay of my place. I almost just said where I worked at. Oh my god. I said I feel like I'm the Gordon Ramsay of my place because I'm on the expediting line, making sure things are right, making sure they put the right ingredients inside the food, making sure everything's in the right bags, making sure it's getting to the right customer. Oh my gosh. Where's the lamb sauce? Sorry. You forgot the cheese. Sorry, in my case, sorry. But yeah. I mean, people are still playing head games at my job, but I've got a better handle on it now, where I'm now laughing in my head and walking away. But I've gotten more firm on my job. I have this lady, I think I've told you about her a million times. I don't like her at all. She's my age, but she's a month and a few days older than me, and yet she said, "I've gotta go pee." And she treats everybody like garbage. You know what I mean? Instead of saying, "Hey, I'm going to shut off my line. I need to use the restroom. I'll be right back." She doesn't do that. She does a little temper tantrum fit. And last week, I said, "Hello. No, you are a month and a couple days older than me. You need to act more mature and act like your age. How you're acting is unacceptable. And if you don't change your attitude, I'm sending you home." All my coworkers applauded. I mean, normally I'm aggressive, but I'm not as aggressive as I used to be when I was younger, okay? Takes a while to get me mad, takes a while to get me going. But this lady just like gets on that last nerve you didn't know you even had. She gets on that one. She's that type. She's self-absorbed, selfish. It's all about her. If she doesn't get her way, she goes temper tantrums. But yet she's as old as I am, and I'm almost 50. And she's a month and a couple days older than me, yet she's acting like this. Mind you, my other co-manager, she's old enough to be my child, if not my grandkid. Okay? I mean, she's just 21. And she's talking like this to a 21-year-old young lady who is technically her boss and throwing little temper tantrums all over the place. For what reason? Because you didn't get your way? Because we told you to hold up for a moment? Just give us a few moments? Anyways. Or she couldn't just like communicate properly and say, "Hey, I really need to use the restroom. I'm going to finish up this order. I'm going to turn off the line and use the restroom. I'll be right back." She didn't say anything like that and be mature like that. She just threw her little temper tantrum around because, apparently she's been let to act like that at the job for too long. And I'm that girl that does not let that happen no more. If you're going to be disrespectful, I'm going to send you home. I'll run the store by myself if I have to. I don't care. I have before. I've literally closed the store by myself. I'm not afraid to do it again if I have to. Period. I did. A few years ago, we had another general manager, not my new boss I have now, but we had a previous general manager who I couldn't talk to because it was the assistant manager who was favored by the general manager, and that assistant manager hired her friends. And I couldn't even go to my assistant manager to let her know what was going on because of retaliation. I had fear of retaliation at that time. And now I don't have it no more. But, I did then, I'll be honest. And I couldn't really talk to these people about when they walked off the clock in the middle of the day, all at the same time, and left me with 8 orders to pass out at the window. Or the time that, or the other times that they did little shady little things, you know what I mean? Or left me with a whole bunch of work to do, and they just said, "Oh, it's 12 o'clock, time for me to leave, I'm leaving." and left me with the rest of the store to clean by myself. I didn't let them know about that. But the last time when they left me with taking orders, filling up drinks, cashing people out, making the food by myself, handing it out, cleaning the entire store by myself, front and back, I decided, you know what? Ever since that they did it that day, my respect for these people are just out the window. So if this one lady wants to be disrespectful and she wants to leave and she wants to threaten to leave or quit or whatever, it's girl, bye. Bye bye. I don't care no more. You know, my give a crap button it will be broken, smashed into smithereens, blasted to outer space. You know, I don't care. But I don't like the amount of disrespect that she does when she doesn't get her way. And she goes in to go for a job. You don't go disrespecting your bosses. You know what I mean? Just because you're not getting your way. You know, unacceptable behavior. Completely unacceptable. So I told my boss, because this very lady likes to over dramatize something that didn't even happen. So I pretty much had to apologize when I was like, hey boss, I'm so sorry, but I had to scold this person and treat her like a 2-year-old, which I did. I scolded her like she was 2 years old. You know, she's my age. Yeah. But I didn't cuss at her. But I had a firm tone of voice, firm body language, firm eye contact. And she was sweet as pie after that. Oh, yeah. I even made her apologize to everybody in the whole entire store that works with each other. She was so loud, even my customers were upset. I had to go, and I had to personally go and apologize to the customers. So I brought her along after she went pee to go apologize to those customers too. I did. I treated her like a 2-year-old. Anyways, there's a lot of little head games going on with other managers and stuff like that going on right now. I've been trying to distance myself from all of that, or people try to get into my head or try to say things at me. You know what I mean? And I keep going, if you're just going to keep saying stuff at me, I've got DoorDash and Uber Eats. I could do that. Not a problem. And I make about much money as I do here. You know what I mean? As long as I can, make what I make at my job every week. You know what I mean? With DoorDash. And I get paid weekly with DoorDash and Uber Eats. But with my job, I get paid every 2 weeks. So, I mean, I always have some form of flow of extra cash coming in. So, I mean, if they want to threaten my job or try to get in my head about losing my job, I don't even get mad anymore. I'm like, I just go, okay, I got DoorDash, got Uber Eats, I got my business, my Etsy store, I got my YouTube channel, I can clean up my house, I can do this and this and that. I got other things I could be doing, you know what I mean? Yeah, it might be tough financially, but I mean, I'll be happy. I don't need to be dealing with head games. But I also, like a duck, with rolls water, I kind of just laugh at these people now because they're wasting their time. You know what I mean? So, there's a lot of stuff. But otherwise, everything is good. I mean, everything is good in my life. You know what I mean? My marriage is great. It's not perfect, but it's great. You know what I mean? My husband treats me well. I treat him well. We love each other. We take good care of each other. We have a happy life. We have some struggles in life. It's with anything in life. You know what I'm saying? I make the coffee, he drinks it. Or if he wakes up first, he makes the coffee and I drink it. We both, come and help each other with different things that go on in life. You know what I mean? That's one thing I love about my husband. Anyways, I want to show you guys before I end the stream how it's raining here today. This is what a little bit of winter has been happening around here. This is winter. It's raining. My chicken coop, which I gotta let the chickens out, so we'll do that together. Hold on a second. We'll just take out the chickens out. It's raining, so if you guys get rained on, sorry, not sorry. My girls need to come out. And they've been laying me a ton of eggs. Hold on a second. Hi, babies. Hello, Sunny. Hello, Sunshine. Hello, Phoenix. Whoopsies. There we go. Come on. Come on. Come on now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And I have some eggs up in there. I don't know if you guys can see the eggs up there. The eggs. I got fresh eggs every day. I probably got more hidden somewhere else. It's rainy day schedule, so the chickens are running around. So yeah, this is what winter looks like here. It's just raining. You can see my neighbors' houses at this point. But yeah, it's early in the morning. Alright guys, thank you guys for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later on the next video. Love you guys. Bye bye.